Hello, today we're going to focus on building a board. This is a product through Discovery Education and everyone has access to that. You may go directly into Angel and access it, and that's usually how you would do it on the high school side since you are more accustomed to using Angel. For those of you who are not, and or if you are in a place where it's easier to just go straight to Discovery Education, you would navigate in a browser, preferably Google Chrome, to www.discoveryeducation.com. Once there, you will log in with your username. Your username is your Novell username, which is your 6.2 or your 5.1, as we call it, that format. But before you put in that, you need to enter CCPS, and I am Cole Mama. And then the password we'll have distributed elsewhere since we don't want to share that globally, and log in. Once you log in, you'll see there are a number of things actually on discoveryeducation.com, but we're going to focus just on board builders. So I'm going to go under Builder Tools down to Board Builder, and you're going to be able to create a new board by just clicking on blank. There's actually a couple of templates already set up for you, but we're going to start with the blank board. We're going to title it, and I'm going to build a quick board on resume writing. You may enter a description if you'd like. I'm going to skip that for right now and continue. Now I'm going to actually put this into a folder I've already set up in my content called Board Builder. You probably will want to add a folder and call it Board Builder or call it whatever your content is going to be on. And I could also put it in my employability skills folder, but I'm going to put it in Board Builder, and I'm just going to save. And it comes up with a, since we didn't choose a template, just a whiteboard to start with. And what we're going to do is we're going to create the background first, and the background has opportunities for both a color and a pattern. So let's go with the color first, and I'm going to stick with the main colors they have here, but you can always click on more colors if you don't like this particular color blue, but you want something similar. You can go to my colors, or sorry, more colors, and be able to get exact the shade that you'd like. And then pick a pattern. Here's where they have a number of different patterns. If you choose, you can leave it as none, but you can also choose a pattern, and we'll come down here to the swirling clouds. That's a little bit much. Maybe we'll leave it with the swirls there. And actually, I think because my other one is blue, I'm going to go with an orange background this time. And you'll see that it pops up with saved, so it's all saved in the background. Now we're going to go back to the initial editor tools page, and we're going to go ahead and get a foreground. You can leave the foreground white if you'd like. You can also choose a different color. So if I wanted to have the orange pop up there, but maybe because that is just a little bit too much, I want something to match with that, I can go there. And I can actually pick a pattern as well, but I will tell you that's like a little bit much for me, so I'm just going to leave none there. And again, go back, and we get back on our editor tools again. Now the beauty of this is that we're going to spend some time adding items, and the first thing I'm going to do is add a headline. And the headline I'm going to put here is my title of my board, which is resume writing. this case, you may make it a little bit larger. You also have an opportunity to have a different background. It's just on what we call none here. You can put a post-it on there. You can add a shadow box. The Polaroid I don't get, but that's one. And then there's the banner as an option as well. And so for this one, I think I'm just going to leave it as none. Click on the X, and we have that. Now, you can move, when you hover over, you'll see that there is a little gray area at the top that you can grab and move your, in this case, headline around. You also have an opportunity to add media and text boxes as well as attachments. So I'm going to demonstrate that for you right now, and I'm going to use some of the things that I already have saved in my content. That is something that you would want to spend, just like you would for any lesson that you're creating. You're going to gather your materials first, although we can gather them as we go along, and we might do a few of those. But in the interest of time, I'm going to go ahead and add a media box. And that media box, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add something from my content. And so I know I have a video here, and it is on online resumes. I'm going to choose that. And there is my video. Now I can move that around again, so if I wanted to center that, I could center that. Let's go ahead and add a text box to go underneath here where I would, now if you had prepared something that you wanted to copy and paste, you could do that, but I will just type in very quickly, resume writing is a key skill to recognize in getting employment. I'm just going to leave it short and sweet there. However, I can also have some, not a whole lot, but you can bold things, you can italicize, underline things, you can actually list things as well. I'm going to show you about inserting links on something else in a moment. Again, you can make things larger or smaller, center. Not a whole lot of opportunities for change for editing, but some. And then you can add a background, and again, there are some options for the background. You can add a post-it note, shadow box, the Polaroid, the index card, a note looking form. There's actually 3 versions of that. So I'm going to go back to the post-it, and we'll go like so. And then I could add another text box, whatever it works for you. And I've seen this done in a lot of different ways as an organizational tool for you as a teacher to share your lesson, which also provides a resource for students to come back to. You can also include assignments, etc. So for now, I'm just kind of demonstrating for you the various things that you can do. You can also, let's do another media box, and let's add a photo. Oops, add a photo, which I also have a photo here in my content. So I've taken a few things now from my content, and again, I can move them around to make them work for my thing. I'm running out of room. I need more. All I need to do is click the little arrow down. Now let's say that I want to add an attachment, and I have a practice resume or a resume format, sample resume, whatever different things I have. I can add up to 5 different files here. So I do have one prepared. I'm going to go ahead and upload this, and I'm going to add the file, which hopefully there it is, my sample resume, and I'm just going to start that upload. It came up very quickly. I say done, and it leaves it as such. Now notice that it does put in whatever the title is, so I would try to make the title for even if it's different, change the title so that it makes sense, because it doesn't show you a picture of it, it just has this attachment. And this helps to see the sample resume. So now a student can, if they're looking at this board, can actually download it. Now let's go back to media again, and if I had my own photo or video or audio to upload, I would just go here and do simply what I did with the file. I don't have one of those, so I am going to cancel this. But I am going to show you one other thing, and that is in searching. So if you don't have things prepared, you can type in your keyword under the Discovery Education search, and it will provide you with a list of things. In this case, I have 6 results under resume writing. It kind of picked up writing. And I can actually expand all here and see that I have a reading event and also videos and video segments. For now, because again, I'm looking for something kind of short and sweet, I'm going to go ahead and add this one. All I have to do is add there, add here, and my media is placed into my file here. So that's as easy as it can be. You can then at this point save it. When you save it, it will ask you to put in a description and tag. Although those are optional, I would recommend that you put in the tag of LW Campus as one of the keywords. If you are doing, like for example, mine is on employability or resume, or if it's for a particular class like automotive or English, whatever it is, I would definitely put in those tags, because then it makes it much more searchable for us as a school to share amongst ourselves. You can then select the subject area, and I'll just put this as research study skills for right now, and you can select the grade, and whatever is appropriate you can put in, and then save. Now it has been saved to your board. At this point, when you go in, let's pretend like we were going in again for the first time, we would go to Board Builder, and we would see here is my board on resumes, and I can edit it, so you can save it as you go along. I can edit it again. I can preview it to see what a student might see it as, or if you're going to show it to students this way without the extra editing tools on there. You can print it, you can share it, you can assign it. These are kind of a little more advanced, and it means using the other tools of Discovery, which I haven't discussed yet, but you're welcome to look at on your own or ask for some help, and I'd be happy to help you with that. So that's a quick and dirty on how to build a board. So what you would need to do to get your MIP is to create your own board. Make sure that you have tried out all the various tools in the editing format, and then you would share that with me. And basically, if you will tell me what you used as your tags, and what the title is, I should be able to find it, and I'll certainly let you know if I can't. So thank you very much for your efforts on learning how to do board.